Should be a hollowed out rock up here. Yep, here it is. Dead drop orders 1. I visited my first dead drop location and received my next contract. I received my new orders from Lucien Lachance. I must go to Lefrotte Cave and kill a necromancer who has begun the process of transforming himself into a lich. This necromancer, Celadane, has not yet completed his metamorphosis, but is still incredibly powerful, possibly too powerful to kill if faced directly. I should search the cave for Celadane's writings and try to discover his weakness. Let us actually read the dead drop. Dead drop orders 1. Silencer. You are now reading your first dead drop note here on Hero Hill, which proves to me that you were well appointed to the tasks that lie ahead. Journey now to Lefrotte Cave. There you will encounter an ancient necromancer who is attempting to escape death by transforming himself into a lich. This necromancer, Celadane, has not yet completed his metamorphosis, but is still immensely powerful, possibly too powerful to destroy if confronted directly. Search Lefrotte Cave. Necromancers are wizards, after all, and wizards are prolific by nature. Celadane will surely have written records, and these records may contain evidence of some kind of weakness. Perhaps there is some other way to destroy Celadane, besides a direct confrontation. But destroy him you must. When the necromancer lies dead, journey to the city of Coral for your next dead drop. At the foot of the great oak, hidden in the bushes, there is an old sack. Inside, you will find your reward for killing the necromancer, as well as information regarding your next contract. Serve me well, Silencer, and there's no telling just how far you may advance. Alright, we have our first orders from Lucien. And, no clue where this thing is that's trying to kill us. Oh, is that it? That's it. And actually, I would like to kill that thing. Come here, imp. Give me your gall. I would like to have that. For reasons to be found much later, probably. Alright. Come, Shadowmere. Let us travel to here. It's kind of close-ish to Ancient Towers. Abandoned Mine. There'll probably be things to kill there. Whatever. There's also probably an Oblivion gate nearby. Oh well. Let's see. We want to wolf. Go horse. Suddenly got Team UDF Stallion Medallion song in my head, which has not been uploaded to YouTube yet. It was streamed quite a while ago. And I can't use spells while on the horse. You can't do anything while on the horse. Mounted combat is actually a pretty good idea. Yeah. Let's go, Shadowmere. Whoops, sorry, Shadowmere. There's also an Oblivion gate over there. There's also something chasing me. Let's just ride past this gate. Yes, they all hate me for abandoning the Mythic Dawn. It was just not for me anymore. I did not appreciate it there. And here's Lefrotte Cave. Let us get off the horse. Goodbye, Shadowmere. And let's go in and say hi to Celadane. Lots of loud noises in there. Sneak. Sneaky, sneaky. Die, skeleton. Die, skeleton. Why aren't you dead yet? Okay. Back to sneaking. Path of Transcendence. Entry 1. My initial findings may have been inconclusive, but they set me on the path I will pursue until I achieve my goal or lie rotting in this cave. Either outcome will be a welcome respite from the days and nights I have spent toiling without food, water, or any kind of companionship. A lesser mage would have fallen prey to madness by now, I am sure of it. But I am not a lesser mage. Though they try in earnest, though their hearts and minds are true to the teachings of their great sovereign, my fellow necromancers lack the complete dedication required to achieve the ultimate goals, the state of lichdom. Not even Falcar himself can match my sheer tenacity, my unwillingness to accept failure on any level. That is why I, Celadane, will soon join the ranks of the worm eremites, those servants favored by our sovereign above all others. I will sit with honor and obedience at his right hand, while those fools in the Mages Guild grovel at my maggot-ridden feet. Entry 2. Even the most pedestrian peasant fairy tale has long held that a lich must somehow remain bound to his soul, and that connection most commonly manifests itself as a transference of the spirit into an actual physical object. An urn, a sarcophagus, a crystal phial. One Khajiit fairy tale even tells of a lich who preserved his spirit in the severed head of a wood elf infant. And these same peasants long comforted themselves with the belief that if ever they had the grave misfortune of facing a lich, they would need only find the vessel containing his spirit for him, and then destroying it, thus destroying the lich himself. Fools in their folklore. True liches possess no such weakness. Can one of the sovereign's worm eremites be bested by a shattering glass vase? The very notion is so absurd as to be comical. Yes, a necromancer must transfer his soul into a physical vessel. But once that transference is complete, once the necromancer is fully metamorphosized into his lich form, the vessel is inconsequential. But it's the process of this transference itself that has eluded me for so long. My soul remains bound to my earthly body, and nothing I have attempted allowed me to free myself from this mortal coil and transcend to the state of lichdom I so dearly desire. Entry 3. Every tome I have acquired, the volumes upon volumes of necromantic discourse, all useless. I've grown disgusted by the years of wasted life that have been poured into these so-called essential writings. Who in their right mind would ever wish to animate a month-dead cyrodiilic butterfly, or bring life to the rotting husk of a rare albino mud crab? How many months have I wasted away in this cave? And for what reason? Ah, yes, I know. I will resurrect the army of deformed goblin younglings and march on the White Gold Tower itself. That at least is in my reach. My mind has become a cesspool of necromantic waste, where reject spells and rituals compete for the honor of finally driving me insane. And still I am no closer to achieving my goal than I was when I first began this process. I am losing faith in myself, in my discipline. Perhaps I have been studying too hard. Many a night I have sacrificed my prayers to the Sovereign for one more experiment, one more incantation. What I need now is rest. Rest in a state of tranquility, so that I may commune with our Sovereign and re-pledge my loyalty and devotion. For what answer will I find in some crumbling codex that could not be supplied by our great Sovereign himself? Entry 4. The secret is mine. So long I searched, so hard I toiled, but I was a fool. I was right to forego my studies for a more ardent devotion to prayer. Last night, as I sat in the throes of meditation, our great Sovereign did come to me. He passed to me the knowledge I have sought for so long. The secrets of transcendence were even more complex and arcane than I could ever have imagined, and I would never transcribe them into any written work. Indeed, they have never been recorded. All my months of solitude were for naught, as the secret I so desperately sought could only be obtained through direct communion with the great Sovereign himself. Soon I will walk the earth as a worm eremite, serving the Sovereign in a state of endless undeath. Entry 5. Though the sacrifice of many innocents, the resurrection of many servants to aid me in my tasks, and the tireless performance of a nearly week-long ritual, I have completed construction of the Sands of Resolve. The transcendence to full lichdom will not be immediate, however. The vessel has been crafted, but my energy force, my soul, must be fully transformed into it. Not even our Sovereign was quite certain how long this process would take, as it varies from one necromancer to the next, based on many factors, both physical and spiritual. One thing, however, is certain. This hourglass must never leave my possession until the transference is complete. I grow more powerful every day, but in truth I am more vulnerable than I have ever been. If something were to happen to the Sands of Resolve, if the hourglass should somehow leave my person, the connection between soul and vessel would be severed. To think that my work, my life, could be eradicated so easily after I have come so close to success is almost more than I can bear. Oh my gosh, that voice! I'm so tired. Anyway, I have discovered the journal of the necromancer Celadane. It appears he's used a magic hourglass called the Sands of Resolve to turn himself into a lich and extend his life indefinitely. The process is not yet complete, however, and the hourglass must remain on Celadane's person for some time, as it contains his life force. If I could remove the Sands of Resolve from Celadane's possession, perhaps through pickpocketing, he would surely die. Alright, we got that known. Let's take his money, too. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it now, he won't need it in the future. The art of war magic. Interesting. Coolio. He has novice crap. Okay. Yeah. There's bed. That is not the hourglass. That is an hourglass. That's one way we could go about it. Actually, it's probably where we need to go, since it's kind of pointing in that direction. Let's open that up. Up. There we go. And let's go. There is a zombie in here. Ah, now I'm gonna be stuck talking in that accent for a while. And methinks we need to fall down here. Whee! Those are always fun. Alright. Methinks I hear him walking about. Let's get the magic up. And there it was. Alright. Let's, quick save. And let's get behind him. And grab the Sands of Resolve. Oh! And he's a dead man. Just like that. Siladain is dead. I must pick up my reward and contract. And the next contract has a dead drop located in an old sack hidden in the bushes beneath the Great Oak in the city of Coral. Is there anything else interesting in here? There's a chameleon potion. Not really interesting, but there's money. Always take more money. Money is love, money is life. And let's just go invisible again. Just in case there are things here. There are no things here, but oh well. Ooh, I'll take that. And I'll take that too. Now to find the way out of here. This way? This way. Okay, cool. And it's making noises in here again. Alright. Just like that, we are out of here. Off to Coral.